Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into the film. Let's go! So, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is out, and oh my god, it's so good. I know this is not the usual type of content you see from me, but listen. I have been waiting to see this movie since it was announced. Even after we all clowned on it for the casting and saw the worrying trailers, I was still hyped. Because come on, this is the first time Nintendo's ever made a movie since, well, the live action Super Mario Bros. Movie. So, the Nintendo fan within me was kind of excited. And now, since I've seen it, I wanted to talk about it. So here we are. And for those wondering, there will be no, and I repeat, no spoilers. And that brings me to my first point. Now, I'm a big film guy, and in recent years, I've learned not to spoil movies more and more, along with TV shows. Sometimes I'll say stuff about what I thought they did good or what I thought they did bad without pointing out anything specific, but at the end of the day, I never really go into detail, unless it is needed to say, hey, this movie sucks. But I usually don't say anything, because you know what? People should form their own opinions at the end of the day. I just say, this is what I thought worked, this is what I didn't think worked. But I never am specific for those who don't watch those films or haven't watched those films. But this is one of the few movies that I will never spoil. That's how good it is. If a movie is so good I can't spoil it, then, well, you're just gonna have to see the film for yourself. But I'm still gonna say some stuff that I liked about the film, because darn it, I wanna say how impressed I am. Because, this is such a good movie. So let's start with some of my biggest praises. The animation, and I kid you not, is gorgeous. Every character has so much detail and move like real people. The action sequences are fun and unique and interesting. And also the comedy, both using animation and just general jokes, are good. Like, really good. I was laughing a lot during this film, because there's stuff that just made me very... what's the word? I'm gonna say very excited and happy, because, again, can't spoil anything, but oh my god, there's some jokes that are just... yep, they're for the old people in the audience. Like me. Okay. And not to mention the fact that the backgrounds and set pieces have the characters fluently move around them as well. I do want to mention that the set pieces in this film are amazing. You got so many different little locales that you go through throughout the movie that have unique, they're all unique. No scene plays out exactly like another scene. They're all in different areas, which I think is very interesting. And kind of a fun little callback to the beginning of the film, because when you revisit it, part of the area, or like if you, basically throughout the entire film really, if you revisit any area, it's always different, which is just great storytelling in my opinion, because it shows the progress of, well, the story. And I should also mention that the lighting in this film, and just everything from where one character is and how it's lit, or, just in general, every locale looks nice. Like, there's really sunny locales, there's really damp and dark locales, but they all just look really cool and really good. None of them disappoint. None of them are too dark, none of them are too bright. They're all just the perfect amount. And I also thought the characters were well thought out, because everyone has a purpose. Like, even Toad, and an oddball old school character that I will not name, because again, number one, there's several of those, and number two, again, not spoiling, but there's several old school characters and characters like Toad that are important, even though they're kind of like side characters, if you think about it. But that's for any other film, because this film treats every character like a main character, which is amazing, because just everyone gets a role. It's really cool. Speaking of main characters, all of them are great. I think Mario's arc is perfectly done and honestly pretty relatable. I think Peach was really nicely done, and it's one of the most likable characters as the film goes on. Toad is who I thought would be like, you know, he would do 5 jokes and then he would leave for the whole film. But they actually keep him around, and honestly, he's one of my favorite characters in the film. Because he isn't just comic relief, which is great. Again, not gonna spoil how, but he's just a good character. He is very fun. Let's not forget to mention Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong, which was also very enjoyable. And I haven't even mentioned Jack Black's incredible performance as the main villain, Bowser. I mean, he did stellar, like, rocked it out of the park. And speaking of another actor who rocked it out of the park, let's not forget Charlie Day's Luigi, who in my opinion was the best character in the main cast. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but he's both funny in every scene and also really, in my opinion, unique. It's just every character is unique. Like Mario and Luigi, they aren't the same character. They're completely different, personality-wise, acting-wise, voice-wise, everything, which is really cool. Like no character is like a carbon copy. No character acts the same or jokes the same. They're all different, which is just crazy. If you're a huge Nintendo fan like me, you're gonna love the Easter eggs and hell, even the side characters. Not to mention the soundtrack, which is just stellar. Just everything in this film is so fun. And now, of course, I've basically praised everything from the soundtrack to the characters, but I do have a few complaints. They're very minimum, though. A lot of people are probably going to say, you know, Mario, voiced by Chris Pratt, is not a good Mario. I do have to disagree a little bit. I say that it grows on you. I think immediately it doesn't, you know, like it, how do I put this? His Mario grows on you. Like, it's not bad. I think that by the second film, because, I mean, basically broken 2.8 million at the box office already. I think if they do a second film, I think Chris Pratt's Mario is just gonna improve, because throughout the film, I slowly was like, yeah, you know what, this is not a bad Mario. I like the voice. Like, it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. It takes a while for it to grow on you. It's kind of like a thing where, you know, the more you watch, the more you start liking it, which is pretty nice. But I do want to say that the movie does have, in my opinion, the only problem I have with this movie is it's really fast. Like, it's an hour and a half, so it's a very, you know, how do I put this? The pacing is just really quick. Like, once you start the movie, you hit the ground running. And I really wish it was just an hour longer, because I don't know why, but if this film was an hour longer, I feel like it would be even better, because we would get more fun character moments, more character exploration. It's fun all around. But I mean, even with the hour and 30-minute runtime, I was still geeking out. And by the end of the film, as I said before, I was wishing it was still going, because it was just so much fun. And, you know, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I can't even, like, stress how much of a good movie it is without spoiling it. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I know this was really short, but I just wanted to push this out there. I wanted to say, I watched the Mario movie, and it was cool, because this movie's good. Like, I didn't want to make, like, a Twitter post or something, because, like, that's useless. I want to talk about how good this movie is. But I can't talk about how good this movie is, because everyone should just go see it themselves and have a fun time. It's still really fun movie, though. Still really good. Highly recommend it. But other than that, I'm gonna end it here. And, you know, you'll be able to see the next video that is gonna be back to the normal style. Also, just gonna put this out there because it would be very funny if they announce the next film, can I please be in it? And if they announce the Kirby film, can I play King Dedede?